千里之行，始于足下。A journey of 1,000 miles begins beneath the feet. We now gather in the Tao to travel the journey together. Welcome to Tao Talks with Derek Lin, where we take a deep dive into the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. I would like to extend a warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining us. I would like to invite you to center your thoughts and direct your attention to this moment in time, to the here and now, to be fully present and mindfully aware as we all ready ourselves for this sacred process in the Tao with one another. The Sovereign. This comes from the Platform Sutra of the Sixth Patriarch. And here's what Huineng has said. The mind is the ground. Self-nature is the sovereign. The sovereign lives upon the ground of the mind. Huineng continues. When self-nature is present, the sovereign is present. When self-nature is absent, the sovereign is gone. Then Huineng concludes. When self-nature is present, the body and mind persist. When self-nature is absent, the body and mind perish. So let's delve deeper into this. The mind is your thoughts, memories, and emotions. I would like everyone to notice that Huineng, the Sixth Patriarch, is clearly stating that self-nature is not the mind. It is the driving principle of the mind. So there is a tendency that sometimes people will equate the mind, thoughts, memories, and emotions to the true self. But the true self is really more like the concept of the soul. The mind becomes like a tool for the soul to utilize, like the relationship between the car and the driver within the car. So in this passage, we see that from a slightly different perspective, the Sixth Patriarch is using the ground as his metaphor, and Lao Tzu uses the term domain. So the self-nature being present is like Lao Tzu saying that the sovereign is within the domain. So we can think of self-nature as the spiritual self or the soul, as I mentioned. It is the common linkage in the two explanations about the essence of a human being. Both Sixth Patriarch and Lao Tzu point to this essence of the human being as the ruler, as the sovereign. So this is not a strange or unusual concept. It is one of the key ideas in Eastern thought. So your spirit resides within your mind, like the driver inside a vehicle, it has authority over your mind. So Lao Tzu says, well, that's the king within the domain, and the Sixth Patriarch says it is the king ruling the land of the mind. So the details and the style of expression may be a little bit different, but the meaning is exactly the same. When you are in alignment with your spiritual self, with your essence, you wield sovereign power over your life. That is the message from the Tao Te Ching. Then, Sixth Patriarch adds, you become stronger in body and mind. You thrive and flourish in your life. You live in a soulful and spiritual way. But when you are not in alignment with your spiritual self, the Sixth Patriarch says that's when the sovereign is absent. You feel powerless and hopeless in your life. You become weaker in body and mind. Everything in your life goes downhill. Your existence, you live a life that is soulless, devoid of spirituality. And that's why we point to that inner essence as the most significant. Although it may seem like a paradox to say that you're both the least significant and the most significant at the same time. I think that when you and I delve deeper into this teaching, the paradox just fades away. So it is not so much the physical being of the human that is great. It is about the importance of self-nature. Now, although it's quite true, as we have described the vastness of existence, we think about that, we see how small we really are, we're almost fading into nothingness. But at the same time, your awareness, your consciousness, that puts you in the center of it all. So at the very least, it makes you the greatest significance to yourself. So when it comes to the self, you answer only to yourself. You're ultimately responsible only for yourself. You cannot take responsibility for others, only yourself. But for you, you have the absolute power and right to determine what external events mean to you. That being the case, you can choose the meaning that is the most empowering to your own benefit. You also have the absolute power and right to determine how you act or react to external events. And that being the case, you can choose the action or reaction that is the most empowering course of action. Now, we may as well all do this, choose the empowerment, because you and I have to stick around for quite a while in this world. While we do, you never have to be the victim, because in truth, you are always in control, or you can always take control. You are therefore never without hope. And that is the reason for your greatness. That is why you are great. As Lao Tzu says, there are 4 grades in the universe, and the sovereign occupies one of them. Lao Tzu, as well as Other great sages throughout history, they are expressing the recognition and acknowledgement of the true potential for greatness within you, the Buddha nature inside of you, so to speak. To recognize and acknowledge this greatness is to wield the power and accept total responsibility to be in control of yourself, your life, and your journey. Our meeting has come to an end, but the journey continues on. Until next time, may the Tao fill you with peace and happiness.